Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton and I am starting the spring break final round for the 9-hole cup. This will be rookie division. I hope everybody takes a moment there to hit the thumbs up and give the video a like. And if you're not a subscriber, it'd be really awesome if you became one. Holes 1 and 2, I'm going to show you two different approaches on how to play it. Of course, one will be an aggressive path, the other one will be a lot easier. And then hole number 3, I did pick up the hole-in-one on both of my accounts. That shot seems to be playing pretty consistent. So let's go to hole number 1 here. We're going to have tailwind. I'm going to go 0% at max, push back up to max. So I'm also going to go full backspin, which you're going to see here in just a second. So max back. And then 1 bar of side spin to the left. Here I'm just making sure that I'm avoiding the tree on the left-hand side. I'm going to make my wind pull right here. And then once I do that, I will pull, well, I'm going to push straight back up to maximum distance of my club. So here, after that, I do go with overpower. And I did hit a perfect ball. So I'm going to come in very nicely and land on the fairway. Okay, shot number 2 is, really, at the end of the day, it's not the greatest shot in the world. It does give us the rough bump though, and the rough bump is always the best way to drop shots, but here is what is going to go on the rough bump. 1, I apply too much backspin. The ball guideline isn't playing 100% true here, so you're going to notice the spins that I set, and I got the ball guideline going to the pin, to the center of the cup, okay? Now the thing with this shot is we're going to go from a higher elevation to a lower elevation, so there's a couple things that we need to do, and they're going to be a little bit tricky. 1, the easiest thing for you to do is to just overpower the shot just a tad, okay? Here you see I went with the normal shot, no overpower, and here's what's going to happen is I hit the rough, okay? That's not the problem. I hit the rough, but I hit it way back here, and my ball's going to come in and be short. So a little bit of overpower will help with that, or if you're really good at gauging how to push back up your rings, you could try to push back up about half of a ring, but I haven't tested that at all, but that's one aggressive way to play hole number 1. Okay, if you're like, well, you know what, never mind, I don't like rough bumps anyways, I just want to go with a normal shot. Well, here you go. This is a normal way to play hole number 1. We're going to go ahead and go with the Titan still, par 5 here. We're going to go 1 bar of top, 1 bar of side spin to the right. Here we get our perfect ball again, and then we come up very nicely onto the fairway. Pretty easy stuff as far as that goes. Even left ourselves some fairway to work with. That's okay. We don't need a ton of distance on this particular shot. Shot number 2 here, I unfortunately hit a great ball. You can see that we don't need more distance because we're already basically at minimum distance of our sniper. I do apply my spins. You see here we get a little bit of a glitchy ball guideline. But since the wind is blowing to the left-hand side, I decided to go ahead and offset a little bit to the right of the cup. So you can see my ball guideline there where I'm aiming. But again, this is unfortunate because I do hit a great ball. So with the great ball here, we're not going to be 100% on what we need to do differently to get this albatross. I almost got lucky here, though. I almost got lucky and hit a great ball alba. That would have been nice to get away with something like that. Anyways, we do the double swirl, and that's hole number 1. Hole number 2, same thing. I'll show you 2 different ways to play it. First one's going to be pretty darn aggressive. 0% max. We got to push back up to max again here. We're getting headwind. So you're going to notice here that I go 3 top, 2 bars of side spin to the left. And then what I do is I just pull my target straight back down to the plus 6 yard mark, so that I know here, whenever I go to adjust my rings, I'm at least going to get accuracy perfect. Now, I'm going to push them back up to max. And then I'm going to take a little bit of an overpower shot. About half a ball of OP. Not a ton here. We have no problem clearing the rough area and then bouncing forward. Now, we leave ourselves a ton of fairway. You might say, well, what about going with more topspin here? You could if you wanted to. The only problem is you wouldn't be able to take shot number 2 with your sniper, okay? you'd have to take it with a different long iron club more than likely. So I was trying to get the right distance for the sniper play. So we're going to be at 0% minimum here. We do have to go full back, 1 bar of side spin to the left. Anytime you're taking a shot like this to try to drop it, it's going to be tough because we're hitting basically a hilly area, and you never know what your bounce out is going to be. Now, I do hit a perfect ball here, and it does come pretty darn close to dropping. This isn't the greatest play in the world, just because of this hill, so we're going to be a little bit inconsistent on the bounce, probably. I mean, that's just what I think. But you'll see here that we hit it, we come in, and just a little bit short, so maybe a little bit too heavy with the backspin on that particular shot. Now, if you don't like that play, I'm going to show you another drive that you can do here on hole number 2. This will be with your quarterback, and this difference here is you do need to add more topspin because we do need a little bit more power, or we need a little bit more yardage on this particular drive. Notice my side spin to the right here. So I put on 1 top and I put on 2 bars of side spin to the right. I'm always a little worried here to put too much top spin on hole number 2 because you can encounter that little glitch roll on that second fairway, and then you end up in the rough, and then that really stinks. But here I hit a perfect ball, and that 1 top spin is just not enough. We leave way too much fairway here, and on this particular hole, we do need the distance for shot number 2. Now, shot number 2, it's easy to get yourself onto the green area, but if you're looking to drop the shot, you're going to have the distance. Okay, now shot number 2 for me was terrible because I didn't get enough yardage. I was really trying to be greedy there and pick up a drop, having to do kind of a unique shot on shot number 2. That was just in practice mode. I still picked up the birdie, but it wasn't worth showing because it was just a nasty shot. Okay, hole number 3, this is the one where you can probably easiest pick up your drop. 0% at mid, we're going to pull over the bullseye. First thing I want you to do is set your spins. You're going to go 1.9 back and 0.9 to the right. So 1.9 back, 0.9 to the right. Then I want you to find your landing spot, okay? For me, you're going to see my entire green ring here in the rough and a little bit of my yellow ring in the rough and a little bit of my yellow ring on the fringe, okay? So you see this here? Also, you're going to notice that the ball guideline is going through the pin, and the end of my ball guideline is developed, obviously, because I have a maxed out Goliath. But you see the tail of it going down the rest of the green there. Anyways, this is what your shot should look like. You need to try to duplicate that the best that you can with lower level Goliaths. Take a practice shot, especially if you have a lower level, okay? I made this 4 for 4 with perfect balls. So 2 balls in practice. I made it the first time hole in 1. And then I just wanted to make sure that I could duplicate it before I went into the real mode. It went in again. And then I hit a perfect ball on both of my rookie accounts in real mode, and they both went in. So this shot should be super consistent. Hopefully you're able to pick up that hole 1 as well. All right, that's holes 1 through 3. Smash that thumbs up, and we'll keep on trucking. Thanks, everybody.